said they have no comment. Ted.
Ben Handelman, thank you. Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark says county guards at the courthouse, safety building, and criminal justice facility allowed a gun to pass through undetected. He says it was all part of a test by his office, a test of the safety measures. Our Henry Rossoff is live at the courthouse to explain what Clark is now doing about security concerns and who he's blaming for all this. Henry?
Yeah, and the doors here at the courthouse, safety building, and criminal justice facility are secured by county security guards, not to be confused with the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office. But Milwaukee County Sheriff David Clark says he sent an undercover deputy as part of a standard test to see if that undercover deputy could get through the 6 points of entry. He says each point of entry failed and let the undercover officer, who wasn't carrying any credentials, by the way, through. That undercover deputy had a gun. The sheriff says he'll now use deputies and overtime to supervise these checkpoints. But Milwaukee County Executive Chris Abley, whose office is responsible for the security currently, says the way the sheriff is handling this is just inappropriate. Abley says he's tried numerous times to speak with the sheriff about this topic, and the knee-jerk move of putting deputies at every door without even talking to him first is just plain overkill.
My first thought was public safety is a concern. If it's an issue, we'll address it. If he has concerns, I'm always going to want to hear about them. I just think productively we get to them better if it's not played out in the public. Secondly, tax dollars. Was there a better way to address this issue than immediately start costing your money? I mean, costing taxpayers more money by having the deputies.
Clark's spokeswoman says he does not have time for an interview this evening, but in his press release sent earlier, kind of sparking this whole situation, he said, quote, "Compliancy and a lack of sense of urgency are factors, as well as inadequate supervision by facilities management. The security checkpoint has become an exercise in going through the motions. That is not what I expect." Live at the Milwaukee County Courthouse, Henry Rossoff, Fox 6 News.
Now, Henry, this is not in the sheriff's budget to have these deputies doing this kind of security. He says he's going to ask the county for that. What does Abley say? Is the check going to be there for that?
Abley says first and foremost he wants to speak with the sheriff and really wouldn't go much further than that.
Henry Rossoff outside the courthouse tonight. Thanks.
A John Doe investigation into just